I'm back with another video for Operation Lone Ranger, Global War 1936. We are on Italy's turn. This is turn 1.9. Italy has one major factory, so we will get one tech roll. And I think what we're going to go with for them, we will start out. We're going to follow a little bit in Germany's footsteps here, and we're going to go with long-range aircraft. Usually I would do improved construction. I think we're going to mix it up and try something a little different. All right, so let's get to rolling. Long-range aircraft, we need an 8 or higher. And we fail, we get a 5. All right, so no luck there. We'll move on to purchases. Before I do that, I do need to make a slight correction. When I was talking about, in the last video, I was talking about strategic naval movement in the Commonwealth video. And I was talking about how you can only strategic naval move from a major facility to another major facility. That is true. You get a movement of 5, right? So even if it's a battleship is a default of 2. You can move up to 5 spaces as long as you are going from a major naval facility to another major naval facility. Now, you can strategic naval move from a minor naval facility as long as it is connected to another minor naval facility, but you only get a movement of 3. That's the range, is a 3 as opposed to a 5. So just a little tweak there, correction to what the rule is. I don't think I explained that very well in the last video. So, all right, let's go on to Italy. Italy has 10 IPP to spend. We also get to place down a destroyer for free, so that's good. We are at war. We are at war with Abyssinia, or Ethiopia. And it kind of sucks that they hit their recruitment roll in France's turn. Just terrible luck for us, good luck for them. We're still going to attack, and we'll see how it turns out. It is going to make it a little tougher, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. In terms of purchases, we are going to purchase a naval transport. That's going to cost us 7. Italy, it's crazy. Italy doesn't start out with any naval transports, so we're going to have to manufacture them ourselves. All right, Italian box. Naval transport. So we'll put that in the build queue, or in the deployment box. And that will leave us with 3 IPP to spend. Trying to decide if I want to purchase anything else. I think I'll just hang on to it. I think we're good. We'll save it for next turn. All right, so combat movement, of course, we are going to move into Abyssinia. So we have a fighter that comes down from Eritrea. We have 2 infantry that come down from Eritrea. And we also have an infantry from Italian Somaliland. And we have a cavalry. All right, so we're just going to place them on the battle board here. Fighter at a 6. Cavalry will be at a 2, and all the infantry will be at a 1, so that's going to hurt, because we are attacking into the mountains. All right, so he gets a defense at a 4 with his infantry, and then 2 2s at, 2 2s with his militia. All right, so let's see how lucky the Italians are. We get a fighter at a 6. We'll start off with him. Oh, well, that's not good. Cavalry to 2. Oh, nice. The cavalry comes through. He looks at the fighter and says, hey, watch this. I'll show you how it's done, son. All right, and then we get 3 infantry to 1. And no luck. All right, well, I mean, out of all that, all things considered, at least we got 1 hit. All right, so he gets a defense at a 4 with his infantry. Oh, boy. And he gets a hit. And then he gets 2 militia at a 2. Ooh, almost a hit, but he misses. All right, so it's a 1 for 1. Of course, we'll lose a militia. Abyssinia will lose a militia. And we will lose an infantry. All right. Round 2, let's keep going. Fighter to 6. 11. Eventually we'll get down to 6, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Let's see, we get a cavalry to 2. Oh, man, I thought that was a 1. I thought he'd hit again. I'd have been like, what? All right, and then we get 2 infantry at a 1. Ah, 2. Man, so close. All right, so he gets a defense. Let's remove this die here. He gets a defense at a 4. He misses, and he gets another defense at a 2 with the militia. And that is also a miss. All right, so let's go another round. All right, fighter, come on, man. You've been stinking it up so far. Fighter to 6. And he finally comes through. All right. And we get to cavalry to 2. No luck. And 2 infantry at a 1. And no dice. All right. He gets a defense at a 4 with his infantry. That's a big time miss. And then he gets a defense at a 2 with his militia. Ooh, he almost hit again. But that doesn't count. All right, so he will lose the militia. And we go for another round. Hopefully this will be the final round. We get a fighter at a 6. All right, he's finally found his groove. Very good. Cavalry at a 2. That's a miss. Cavalry has lost his groove. And 2 infantry at a 1. Oh, infantry. It's not that it matters. I mean, there's only 1 unit left, but, All right, so he gets an infantry at a 4. Ooh, he almost hit. It's a 5, so I miss. And he will lose his infantry, and that will be the battle. All right, let's get an Italian roundel out, and we conquer Abyssinia. And this is the first time in the game that we've actually completed a strategic objective. So I'll get to show you how that works. This fighter is going to non-combat. Yeah, he's going to non-combat back to Eritrea. These 2 infantry have to stay here in Abyssinia along with this cavalry. Okay, now we have completed a strategic objective as Italy. We completed Africa Orientale Italiana. And let's check the rule book to see what cool little goodies that we get from that. Okay. Let's find Italy. Africa Orientale Italiana. So we do possess those 3 territories. We just conquered Abyssinia. We started with Eritrea and Italian Somaliland. So we get a point, a victory point, and we get to place 2 militia, 1 air base, and 1 minor factory in any one of these 3 territories. So I think I'm contemplating on whether or not to put the airbase in Italian Somaliland or Eritrea, because If we put the air base in Eritrea, it's going to be closer to Italy, homeland. And that'll make it easier to send planes down, because from there we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we don't have the range yet to reach Italian Somaliland. Doesn't really specify, but I'm wondering if you have to place everything in one territory, you can spread it out. Like, could I put 2 militia in Eritrea and 1 air base and then put the minor factory in Italian Somaliland? I don't know. I'm not sure if you can split it up or not. The rule doesn't really say. So I'm just going to assume that we can. We'll just take liberties and say, yeah. So we'll place the factory into Italian Somaliland. But the air base is going to go into Eritrea. And then the 2 militia we will place into Italian Somaliland. So let's get those out of the box. Hopefully it's okay to do that, to split it up like that. I don't know if it is, but the rules don't really specify. They're not very clear about that. So 2 Italian militia. And they will go into Italian Somaliland. Okay. That's all of our combat. Man, I should send some Lend-Lease to the nationalists. The problem is that their ships could interdict our Lend-Lease. So maybe that's not a good idea after all. We'll save our money. We're a poor country. We can't afford to send nobody Lend-Lease. People should be sending us Lend-Lease. Crazy? All right. Let's I'm going to chip this guy out and put down another sculpt. As the game goes on, gray chips are going to be at a premium, so we're going to, if we have the room, we're going to opt for putting sculpts down instead of chips. We're going to move this guy from Rome up to northern Italy. So we have 3 infantry, 1 militia, and 1 mountain. We're going to place... this fighter will come down 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way into Tobruk, and so will this tactical. That might not be a good idea quite yet. Let's just keep them in northern Italy. I changed my mind. Yeah, we'll just keep them in northern Italy. We have a fleet submarine out here in M2. And he will come out here 1, 2, 3 into A48. We have 3 coastal submarines here, and we're just gonna shift them down here into M4. We have a light cruiser and a destroyer. They will come up from the Red Sea. 1, 2, 3, and join this fleet here. They will join this fleet here in M6. Okay. I do believe that's all we can really do. All right, so we will go ahead and place our new units. We have a destroyer and a naval transport. And they will both be produced in northern Italy and deployed into M5. C-Zone M5. All right, and the reason I'm getting transports is because Italy doesn't start with any, and if you want to reinforce North Africa or even take over Albania, which we can actually annex Albania at any time, but we have no means of getting over there right now. So next turn, we will go ahead and take over Albania. It's not worth anything. We don't get a strategic objective from it just by it alone. But it is a part of a strategic objective in the grand scheme of things, combined with other, I think, taking over Greece. So Greece, Cyprus, and maybe Gibraltar. So we're going to have to take over Albania at some point anyway to complete the strategic objective. So we're going to do that, and I believe call it a turn right there. We don't have any recruitment roles, unless if I'm missing something. Yeah, we don't have any recruitment roles. So we've deployed, and we collect 10 IPP plus 3. That'll give us 13 for next turn. 4, 5. $13. All right, and the Italian turn is done. Let's see. Yeah, we don't get anything. We don't get any IPP bonus for Abyssinia. I'm just double checking, make sure I don't miss it. It's really easy to miss stuff in this game. I mean, really easy. I think that's it. All right. So next turn we will do 1.10, I believe it will be, for KMT, and 1.11 for the United States. Until then, I will see you later, and take care.